33rd Annual Best Ranger Competition is now in the books. Day 1 was kicked off with a 5-mile run at Camp Rogers, home of the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade. Immediately following, the Rangers had to compete in a number of stations at the Malvesti obstacle course. Once the competitors finished the course at Malvesti, they took a nice jog to Victory Pond, where they swam against the current from one side of the pond to the other. Afterwards, the Rangers ran another 12 miles to Selby Plaza. The competitors caught a bird over to Lee Drop Zone, where they had to adjust their rucksacks and carry a weighted gurney to Malone Shooting Range, where they had their first set of shooting stress tests. By day 2 of the competition, only 24 teams remained. The competitors then took part in a 5-mile obstacle course at Dakar Strip. After completing those obstacles, the competitors caught a ride over to Todd Field, where they were met with the day stakes obstacles, which included Tri-Tower Course, first responder and medical evacuation, call for fire, and grenade tossing. The competitors were then taken to Curling Range, where they underwent another series of stress shooting tests. At the start of day 3 of the competition, Team 47 was slightly ahead of the rest. Though it was the last day of the competition and the competitors were suffering from fatigue, they knew that this was the last day to give it all they had. The obstacle course at Darby Queen was the kickoff of the 3rd day of the competition. The competitors got to revisit classic Ranger obstacles such as the Weaver and the Tough One before heading back over to Victory Pond for the combat water and swim assessment portion of the competition. The competition ended with a final buddy run back to Camp Rogers. Tired, sore, and fatigued, the competitors could finally rest knowing that they had completed a challenge few would ever undertake.
Every single one of you on this stage is the epitome of what a warrior is. The epitome of what every soldier should aspire to be.
The winners of the 33rd Annual Best Ranger Competition, representing the Colorado and Pennsylvania National Guards, is team number 47, Captain Robert Killian and Staff Sergeant Erich Friedlein.
The two soldiers are the first National Guard team to ever win the competition.
It feels great to represent the National Guard and get a win for the Guard. And now that we actually got the win, it just it feels good to show, that we can be on the same level as active duty units when it comes to soldiering skills and tasks.
The soldiers leaned heavily on each other and pushed one another through the competition.
And you got to play towards each other's strengths and weaknesses, and that's why it's a two-man team. You have a partner for a reason. If you're not going to work as a team, what's the point of having them? So.
Both Captain Robert Killian and Staff Sergeant Erich Friedlein plan on competing in next year's competition. Charles Gilbert, Fort Benning, Georgia.